Hi, my name is Jacob Janes. Today is the 14th of April 2025. I'm over here inside of my garage at my house in Akasia, Gauteng. Unfortunately, I have very sad news. The infamous serial attempted murderer Edward Janco Van Zyl um, had stolen, digitally smuggled, and electronically pirated my white 2013 Mazda Freestyle cabs CTEK battery charger um, today. So at midnight, he stole it, which is the 14th of April 2025. Right, so let me explain it to you. My CTEK charger was like here, and then the charging cables was connected over here, and then it was then connected over there. The cable, the CTEK charger, the charging cables, all was just connected over here, black, red. And it was a CTEK charger. Usually I would twirl it around over here so it doesn't fall down. So, uh, Edward Janco Van Zyl, yesterday midnight, and also the midnight before that one, um, he was breaking into my house in Akasia, Gauteng, and then whispering at my TV room's window and waking me up during midnight, which is an unrecordable time basically, in order to wake me up and then um, talk to me and then ask me questions. Can I feed them and stuff like that? He also, when my door is left open, he will also break into my house in Akasia Gauteng at midnight and then chat with me. At the end of the day, he was stealing things from me. This CTEK charger, I can promise you now, he stole it and then he's now selling it for money, and then he's going to buy drugs at the shacks close to the Winternest train station in Winternest station, which is based in Akasia, Pretoria, Gauteng, South Africa. Or he goes there to where that recycling yard was, which is unfortunately closed down. It's in Willem Street. There is some drug dealers over there. He sells that CTEK charger of mine for drug money, and then he buys Nyapi with it, and then injects himself with it. And he's a serial drug addict, and then also a drug smuggler and drug trafficker. So he steals things from me, and then he sells it for drug money. He's also stealing these things so that he can also continue to steal, digitally smuggle, and electronically pirate my Google account and Facebook account. He also stole my Volkano sportsbuds from me on the 5th of April 2025, which he also went out to sell for drug money. So he basically injects himself with Nyape, or he buys weed with it. Now what he does is, and I've informed them, I'm not in the mood for them anymore. He didn't go caving with me on the 11th of April 2025. He didn't go caving with me on a previous 2 trips I asked him to go with me. Now, I realized he's only over here sometimes, and then while I'm busy attending to the rabbits or feeding myself in order to attend to them again, he would force me to sit down with him, and then he would chat with me. Uh, why am I posting on Facebook about the crimes he committed? Why am I doing online reports on Google about the crimes he committed? And then he says he wants to delete it. So after I deleted my post about the crimes he committed on Facebook, he started to steal my house, rob me again. So never listen to people like that. Always find a way when they are away, or sneak away, to post them again. Because what happens is, if cybercrime isn't that huge of a crime, in my case, because then it goes from digital to electronic pirating. So it goes from digital smuggling to electronic pirating. So digitally smuggled away, um, post, my Facebook post about the crimes he committed, and then he goes into electronically pirating things, which is electronic pirate. You steal somebody's CTEK charger at midnight, and then you sell it for drug money and stuff like that. That's what he's done. And then he is now corrupting the police again. because I'm an infinite radiation poisoned, and infinite sun poisoned victim. That's what happens to guys like these ones. They break it. Luckily, I didn't have my Samsung tablet being there tonight. Luckily, somebody warned me. I think it was Stuart Darling, so I shouldn't mention his name anymore. I do apologize, but luckily, if I do have something good to say about, I will call him Beef Stew. So I shouldn't have mentioned his name. Guilty again, FBI warranted. So luckily, he did warn me. This guy is not good. He's gonna come after your CTEK charger. Yeah, I'm not one of his bad type of guys. That's it. So luckily, I listened to him, and I was, well, this Samsung tablet obviously shouldn't be there at all. Or whatever you do in terms of badness, it goes around. If it was recording the whole time, he would have stolen it. I can guarantee you this. If that Samsung tablet of mine was there, he would steal it. You would definitely steal it for drug money. I need the details, the MI numbers of that, and if I can see the number of that Samsung tablet to claim, because CTEK charges, these prices go from 1,300 Rand to about 5,000 Rand. On average, they cost about 2,500 Rand. So I have to ask my brother today, because he gifted it to me. I must get like I must have it. How can I explain it nicely? I must have a claim. I must try and claim for it today. What happened is I was using engine diesel, and that led to my battery being flat most of the time. And because of that, because of my battery being so flat, he didn't want to help me to jumpstart in the mornings anymore. So he got my CTEK charger, which discharges the battery, and then it activates the engine again, and then I go away. So that's basically what I was doing and busy with the whole time. So yeah, now what happened is, at midnight on the 14th of April 2025, Edward Janco Van Zyl broke through here. So what he either did is, let me just get a light, because last time he was also asking that he wants to steal this as well. He wants to steal my gaming bag and headlight like this one. He's after all of my gaming stuff, especially specifically now preying upon me because I'm tired from gaming this Friday. Very tired. The person is extremely tired. And then over here, there's two scenarios how he broke in. One is that he basically used scissors or a knife to clip this cable over here that you can see here, which is supposed to be, I thinking, going from here, let me just see, from there, and then it has to be connected there. So what he's basically done is he's clipped it, he's disconnected it illegally, and then he jumped over through here. So he twisted himself through the system. So he was standing on that, and then he climbed over here, and then he went to steal my Mazda's CTEK charger. And then the second scenario, which is what people and super criminals use against me most of the time, they jump over here at this place of the wall, they jump over there. This house is Tarrier Avenue 28, Eldoret, Pretoria, Gauteng, South Africa, street code 0182. They jump over this wall over here, and then they basically, for what I know, they come through this side over here, and then they use the dustbin. So they jump over that wall and then on the dustbin. And now I can prove to you basically this. You won't see this. I've not even seen this in any car show or movie series, even like Fast and the Furious, that the person would chain the actual battery to the vehicle. This is what I've done. Because if I had woke up because I woke up about between 3 to 4 hours ago, and then I noticed my CTEK charger is gone. If this thing wasn't changed like this battery, it would have been stolen. It would have been stolen bona fide. The CTEK charger I was also tipped off, but I was too lazy, I didn't listen. You should take the CTEK charger because that Edward Janco Van Zyl is now preying upon you on midnights. He's preying upon you on midnights from now on, or middays. So he's going to prey upon you on middays and midnights from now on. Middays and midnights. So I should have listened to people. He's preying upon me on middays and midnights for affinity, basically, which is an unrecordable time. You don't know what date it actually is. Is it a AM or PM? You're not sure about the timing. It's a timing issue. And that's how the evade being reported, arrested, prosecuted, and arrested and executed by the police most of the time. So that's what he's done. So he broke into my house at midnight on the 14th of April 2025, and then he stole, digitally smuggled, and electronically pirated my CTEK charger, CTEK battery charger. That's what happens. CTEK battery charger is used to charge a vehicle's battery. It was charging from there, the CTEK charger itself, and then was charging my Mazda's battery charger. And it's a wrongdoing thing. He owes me because he's also stolen, digitally smuggled, and electronically pirated my Volkanos sportsbuds, probably during midday on the 5th of April 2025, which was a Saturday. So he stole my Volkano sportsbuds at midday or during midday on the 5th of April 2025, and then he also stole, digitally smuggled, and electronically pirated my Mazda CTEK battery charger at midnight on the 14th of April 2025. Now, you can see how a criminal focuses the whole time. Criminals are very smart. Let's say, for example, if you can learn a criminological lesson from me. Let's say I have a suspicion it's going to happen today. He's going to steal my CTEK charger or break in and steal something else at midnight. Now, see how the pronunciation goes of a sentence. A criminal is going to try and steal something from my house in Akasia, Gauteng at midnight on the 14th of April. Now, here comes the difficult part. A person can't actually naturally say 2025 because there's two fours involved in that date. Now there needs to be, there's not another 4 but the 5th. So because you're naturally so used to mentioning 4, then it ends up being 2025. Oh, sorry. Let's say, for example, I want to report it beforehand. So it's very difficult. You can medically prep yourself for sinus medicine. But in the world of criminologically prepping yourself against criminals is very, very difficult. So, for example, I can't just automatically and first off report, well, I'm suspecting that the infinite serial attempted murderer, Edward Janco Van Zyl, is going to steal products from me at midnight on the 14th of April 2025. No, you're going to end up saying, I am suspecting that the infinite serial attempted murderer, Edward Janco Van Zyl, is going to steal products from my house in Akasia, Gauteng at midnight on the 14th of April 2024. That's how that one works. So I made a mistake and it was an accident. It was a pure accident. I couldn't determine by myself, I couldn't eliminate the continuation of 4 and so that there could be a 5. So I ended up reporting beforehand things are going to be stolen from me on the 14th of April 2024. While it should have been reported I have a suspicion that he's going to steal products from me on the 14th of April 2025. So that's how difficult that one is. And I think Edward Janco Van Zyl knew this. He studied me. He knows me very well. and he knows that I'm going to have trouble catching out criminals like him in certain ways, like the way I report things. So I'm not that good at remembering and disciplining myself in a serious matter that um, that there should only be 2 falls and a date of the report, not 3. And that's how he got it right to steal my CTEK charger. It's a very, those mistakes is what criminals live off because it's very difficult. And if you are robbed today, you must know it's because of 3 falls. It's because of the 3 falls, Mimi or curse or something like that. It's very difficult to eliminate. It's very difficult to say the 14th of April 2025. It's very difficult to have it. Your body is automatically going to say, no, today is actually the 14th of April 2024. Well, it's not. It's actually today, the 14th of April 2025. That's how difficult it is to jump plurality the whole time. You have to jump it. You have to jump numbers. You understand? It's very difficult. So your rhythm, it's about rhythm the whole time. It's the numeric rhythm the whole time got me down. So I wanted to report him beforehand because I knew it was going to happen. But my numeric rhythm was off, and he knew that. He knew because I have dental implants that I can't just say, oh yeah, I have a suspicion that Edward Janco Van Zyl is going to steal products from my house in Akasia, Gauteng at midnight, the 14th of April 2025. No, Edward Janco Van Zyl knew because I have dental implants that I'm going to report now, but Edward Janco Van Zyl is going to steal products from my house at Akasia, Gauteng at midnight on the 14th of April 2024. He knew I was going to make a mistake when it comes to dates. He knew it. He knew I'm not going to report 2025 but 2024. He knew I was going to make a mistake. It's about numeric rhythms and my dental implants. Combining that, he knew I can't just first off report him. For a fact, and it's for a fact, it's a scientific fact, it's a public fact that Edward Janco Van Zyl is going to steal products from my house in Akasia, Gauteng at midnight on the 14th of April 2025. He knew that I couldn't, he knew that my first one, my online reports is going to mention 2024 instead of 2025. He knew that. Because of my dental implants, I have numeric rhythm problems. So I can't just say, on the 14th of April 2025, Edward stole products from me. No, my dental implants, which led to me having numeric rhythm problems, is going to force me to say, Edward Janco Van Zyl stole products from my house in Akasia, Gauteng at midnight on the 14th of April 2024. That's what my dental implants forces a person to do. It gives you a numeric rhythm problem, numeric rhythm problems, which just means the dental implants is tightening my gums so much that it's struggling to differentiate 4 and 5 after a while. It's struggling to differentiate between it. My gums, dental implants makes your gum and your flesh in your teeth very tight. It tightens it so that the person can't go from 4 to 5 anymore. You can't jump to 4 to 5 anymore. So I'm very sorry that this has happened to me, that he has stolen it. He's a bad guy. Other bad guy people are warning me. This is not right. He's going to steal stuff from you. We warn you. You should have done caving and be bored and lonely and stuff. Look after your rabbits, but now look what happened. So, yeah, sure. So my CTEK charger was being over there. It was connected over there. And, he's just a guy. He's a tall guy. Edward Janco Van Zyl is a tall guy. He's about that size. He's a very tall guy. He's a white guy. He's still in his 20s. He stays most of the time in that direction. If you have a long Kruiwagen Street over here, then you go over the bridge into Roslyn, and then on your right side you will see a recycling yard, which is unfortunately closed down, and then he's most of the time over there begging for money or stealing products and then selling it for drugs over there. So he's basically over there, he's hanging out with the drug dealers over there, and then he goes out begging for money or stealing products and then stealing it and then selling it for drug money. That's basically what he does. He's a drug addict. He goes out, he comes to my house at midnight, he breaks, jumps over the wall, and then he steals my products. And then he has assured everybody, if I get a police case number against them, he will corrupt the police. He will corrupt the police so they can't get a police case number against them. That's what he's done. He's basically alleged that if I get a police case number against them, he will corrupt the police. That means he will go to the police and say, but Jacob posted about the crimes I committed on Facebook. Jacob has done online reports on Google about the crimes I committed. That's what Edward Janco Van Zyl is doing. That's how he gets it right. A person warns him, I don't want you after caving anymore because you're time consuming and you steal my bioelectricity the whole time. I can't even charge my own bioelectricity because he corrupts the police. He is corrupting the police. Even certain entities, security individuals will say, you can't complain even against that guy because he's corrupted us. You can't get a police case number against him because he has corrupted us. You can't do it. He's only going to go if we arrest him for stealing your CTEK battery charger. He's going to get a lawyer and then he's going to legally sue you for posting on Facebook about the crimes he's committed and also legally sue you for writing online reports on Google about the crimes he's committed. So he is corrupting us on a grand scale. He is grand corrupting us by stealing your hands. That's what he's basically doing. So yeah. And then this is me, Jacob Janis, saying goodbye. Bye.